Hey guys, Trev the High Desert Tactical, and I basically want to talk about safes, and mainly the locking mechanism on safes. It's E-lock or not to E-lock? Ah yes, the infamous question that we all ask. The modern age of wires and batteries and super quick access to your firearms, the E-lock allows you to have this capability in a readable, super fassy, I don't even know if that's a real word. I'm just talking trash. So when I picked out this Browning Pro Steel Safe Sport Series, or Sporter, I decided to actually go with a manual lock. Now there's a few reasons why. The store that I work at is where I picked up this safe. The guys there were actually more pro E-lock. Oh, it's faster to access, it's easier to see, you can get to anything in your safe in a hurry, and you know, they have a little bit of accessories. Obviously you can add a light above the keypad, so in the dark you can access the numbers and see them without turning your lights on and drawing attention to yourself in your home if you ever have to access your safe in a self-defense situation. But the main thing that I kind of ran into is I still wanted to resort to my old school tendencies of sticking with a manual lock. Just a good old manual combination lock. That's the best thing in my opinion. Why would I trust my guns or something I need to get into to something that runs on a battery and wires? There's a couple things about the E-lock that I do have concerns about. Now, E-locks have those plastic buttons, those membrane style buttons, and over time those buttons will wear out and crack and fall apart. Especially like in my situation, I'm going to be keeping my safe in my garage where there is extreme temperature changes, which wears out that plastic. I don't have to worry about that with a metal lock. The other thing too is, since it runs on a battery, if the battery goes bad, which it does happen, there could be that one time in life where you need to get into that safe and you have a dead battery. What do you do then? Now, I didn't really want to go that route. And then the third thing, and I don't even know what I'm on, third or fourth, whatever, is that on some of them, the Browning E-locks weren't so bad. The battery was really accessible through the bottom. It just had a little cartridge, just pulled on it and the battery came out and you could exchange it out and quick and easy like that. But some of the Champion safes that I was looking at, the E-locks are completely sealed button systems, but you had to like shove on the mechanism and it would basically unlock itself from the door and fall away and you'd access the 9-volt battery. But it had this little tiny wire attaching from the lock mechanism to the door. Now if that wire ever got damaged or broken, you may lock yourself out of your safe and you're gonna have to pay a locksmith a whole lot of money to get back into your gun safe. And another thing that I'm kind of against them is over time with how technology improves, by the time that lock mechanism may wear out, they probably don't offer replacements, because how technology works is usually something's obsolete within 2 years, and then 2 years after that, they quit making parts for it. So if your safe lasts you 5 years and the mechanism finally gives up the ghost, you're probably out of the mechanism. A replacement mechanism isn't going to be accessible or available actually. And then you either one will have to pay to get a replacement mechanism, which will probably cost just as much as the safe, and paying somebody to do it if you're not that handy, which of course I'm not that handy. And I just didn't really feel like going down that route. So I stuck with the manual lock. The main things about the manual lock that I look at is, one, it's always there. As long as I can see the digits and I know the combination, which is easy not to forget, you just know how to enter it and you just open your safe. Yes, it may take me a little bit longer, but I can open my safe in about 30 seconds. Now, under a stressful situation, we obviously know that's impossible, but this is where I come in and this is my logic. All the guns that I have in that safe are not for self-defense purposes. They're in that safe just to be safe and protected from thieves or anybody that should not be messing around with the gun if that ever case came up. Any gun that I have that is for home defense will be readily available in my home. Now, every home has different circumstances and different ideas, and that's okay. Everybody has those. Always have a plan. I live in a house where it's just me and one other adult. So we are pretty much mature individuals. We've been roommates for a long time, and so there's really no problem there. I do have a smaller safe that I do keep my handgun and stuff in when I'm not like constantly available in my home, but all my self-defense guns are readily available for emergency situations. I honestly don't believe that a gun that you need to protect yourself should be locked up whatsoever, even if the safe's unlocked. It's just something that could cause issue. One less movement out of the equation to protect yourself is what matters to me. So that's kind of what I wanted to cover about that, about the E-lock or no E-lock. I'm going to stick with the manual lock. I'm going to go old school and just keep it that way.